Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good out there. Today, we're going to just touch a little topic on the court site issue. Uh, we've been going to court site for 4 years, and we absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. There is so much to do there, and the people are so that you're camping around are so honest. I mean, generally, they help out each other out there. If you got a problem, man, I tell you what, you start working on it. Somebody's going to come by and say, "Hey, can I give you a hand?" You know, and there are areas out there, out in look La Posa South, man. It's amazing. They have different groups out there. They got one out by the lit cactus. There's another one that as soon as you pull in, there's a bridge. You go over to that side, and there's like a church deal over that way. Um, they have church services. Um, Not actually a church, but it's out in the desert. And then you have along, if you go down the main road, usually by the bathrooms, there's pit toilets and stuff. You're going to find the people that are in tents, maybe cars. Those people hang around that area, for the facilities, of course. And it's $180 a year for 7 months. And you can go to 5 different LTVAs with that. Two of them have um, water, sewer, and dumps in a place to dump your garbage. And it's not hookups; it's just a spot where you can, dump and get your water and dump your garbage. They got big dumpsters out there, and there's ramps so you can just drive right up and toss it out into the garbage can. With if you have it in the back of your pickup, you don't gotta hoof it way over the top of it. So the dumpsters are on a below a raised platform. Every one of the LTVAs have garbage. Um, the other one that has a dump station and water along with garbage is the one out in Imperial Dam, and that's down towards Yuma. That's by the Army proofing grounds. If you just drive down 95 towards Yuma, you'll see the proofing grounds, the big guns sticking out there. I'll be putting pictures as I go of some of the stuff up here, and the back to court site. It it is just, you get your own little groups, or you can just join a group. You know what I mean? You'll see people parked in little huddles here and there, and go talk to them. I mean, it's basically, they can, if you stay 15 feet away from them, you know that's all it takes. But you generally try to want to, be be friendly and talk to them. And if you go to any one of these deals, like at the Lit Cactus, they got like potlucks. We had a ball going to these things. And he asked you, you're going to ask, say, well, Denny, how do you just get to walk up and know people? It's easy. It's real easy out there. All you got to do is go for a walk in the morning, and somebody's outside, and say, hey, how you doing? You know, and say, hey, I like your truck, or you see some of them sold, or say, what about your solar? And you're in. I mean, you're going to gab with him for hours. You start talking about trucks and stuff. But it's just a whole different nature out there. You get out there before like a week or two, probably 2 weeks before January 17th. That's when the show starts. The show starts January 17th and runs until the 25th this year. And they're calling it the Quartzsite Sport and RV Show, technically this year. And it started, believe this, guys, the Quartzsite Show started in 1976, 49 years ago. And back then they just called it the Big Tent Show, and they still do to this day. You know, the people that know it as that. And there's in the in the town of Quartzsite, before the show starts, and the snowbirds get there, are 2,400 people that live there. And then when the show starts, like last year, I looked up how many people were there last year, and it's pretty consistent. I mean, within a few thousand. It was 750,000 people there last year to 1 million. Now that's a lot of people. But like I say, if you get there before the show, it's not, and even during the show, it's not, you would think it's crowded, but there's so much land. So much land. You can get off by yourself really easy. You got Ltvas South, Ltvas West. You got Ltvas North, East. I mean, and then you can go up north on the north side of Quartzsite, about 7 miles. There's a beautiful spot off on the right side. I can't place the name, but you can't miss it. You just can't miss it. And that is not an LTVA. But I know people that, personally, that what they do is they buy their permit, $180 permit, and they just camp there because it's not that it's a lot less busy, and they got a nice tar road going in there, and you don't have to get far off the tar road, and they'll just come back down to Quartzsite, get rid of their garbage, dump their sewer out of their blue boys, get water in their totes, and go back. So, and then you got Roadrunner that's south and on the west side of the road of Quartzsite, of the Ltvas, and that's the same thing. I mean, it's all boondocking, and it's just, it's an experience you have to try. You have to do it. Some people love it. Some people hate it. We love it because it's just a laid back area, and if you want to go find things to do, potlucks, band, they got music. They got one area over there in the Ltvas South where they have music jams just about every night, or at least once or twice a week. We have a fellow that we know, Jim, and he used to go over there, and he'd go over there and jam with him. He's got a guitar and he plays a lot, and we ran into him at the next exit rally, and that's when we started going there back in 22. Was when Bob and Pearl put on their big exit rally, and we had, I think, 70 units in there, and we met so many friends, and we still tie up with them today. Matter of fact, that's where we're at today, is we got people that we tied up with out there at the rally, and I'm down here at Romp It Up, and so are they, and it's just, that's how it is. We actually have more friends on the road than we do back home. I mean, that we tie up with on the road, and we meet up with them. Hey, they ask what area we're at, and we end up tying up and camping together again and have our own little rallies. But the sunsets, the sunsets out in Quartzsite are beautiful. You're not going to find another place that has the most beautiful sunsets with a saguaro cactus in the background. And if you stay long enough, you get the bloom, you know. And then if you go out to uh, back over to Imperial Dam, that's another area that is explorable. We go to Imperial Dam, but we stay it probably a mile, 3/4 of a mile from the main part where they have the dump stations and stuff. We're before that, and it kind of goes back in between the mountains, and it's really pretty back there. And you got a nice little riverbed. So when it does rain, it actually runs water through there, and it's just beautiful in the mornings. And all the rocks that are in there are all round and colorful. It's really neat. And if you look and walk around the mountain up there, you'll see where being it's a missile range, where they've shot mortars and bombs into the mountains years ago. The rock is melted, and it's just different. It's so unique. And then that if you walk down the end of our area, it goes up to the top of the mountain. There's a trail, a real nice hiking trail, and it goes up to a gold mine that has closed, and it's all still there. You know what I mean? The holes are right there yet, and they got fences over the top of some of them shafts, but some of the shafts they don't. And man, it is just a neat experience, really neat experience. And then right there down the road where you can get propane, there's like a little, I don't know what you want to call it, a little town, city, or not really, but they got mail. You can get mail there. They got no stores. They got a solar store there, a guy that has sells some solar stuff, and they have a little community there, and it's everything is painted in white, and they got a cute little church that we go to, and they always have potlucks going on and all kinds of different stuff there. And then we from there we go down to Algodones for our dental work, and I will be putting a card up on who we go to. And then you're gonna say, "Well, Danny, I'm not going to Mexico. All this stuff going on, blah blah blah." You know what? It's it's safe as can be. The Mexican government have people there guarding the U.S. people that are over there shopping and doing their thing. You just walk right in across, and it's just full of dental places and eyewear places. That's the main target there. But you can go over there to the dentist, and it's actually a lot of them are people that have dental shops or businesses in the U.S. that open them up over there in Algodones, and then they have their dental people go to school in the U.S. and the Mexican government pays for it, and they take and tell these. I mean, the people work off their debt to the Mexican government, and I'll tell you what, the service there is amazing. The people do super work. I've been going there for 3 4 years, and I will not go to a dentist here in the U.S. I just won't do it. I mean, they just rip you off. To me, they're thieves. But that's just that's my attitude. That's the way I look at it. I mean, you can go down there and get a crown for $170 $80. I'm not lying. It's reasonable. Full mouth X-rays and cleaning, $30. And it's not this quickie thing, or whatnot. I had a tooth that was bothering me up here that they crowned here in the U.S. And I went back like 4 times and told them, hey, there's something wrong, man. This ain't cool. It's hurt, it's not good. And they kept telling me, no, no, no. I go in there, no, I don't see nothing wrong. You'll get used to it. It's just a new crown, blah, blah, blah. I go down there and I go in for my checkup. And the dentist, she's looking and doing her thing, and cleaning. And she says, I'm not, this tooth right here, I bet you is bothering you. And I didn't say a word to her. And I said, yeah, it is. She says, well, we're going to stop. We're not going to continue the cleaning. She says, do you want to just fix it? And I said, well, what's wrong? She says they ground the crown off on the top too short, so it wasn't going up into the goom, so it was exposing some of the nerve. And she says that's what the problem is there, and it will create a bad cavity for you up on what you got left where they put the crown. And I said, well, I went in 3 4 times. She says, they're not going to fix it. They're not going to fix it unless you pay for it. She says, because the insurance companies won't pay for something that's done to do twice. So I just said, yeah, man, for 100 and she even gave me a deal, $160. She says, we'll just take care of it for you. So right there, they popped that one off, cleaned it all up really good, did an impression and whatnot, and fixed it right then and there. I had to leave. They put just a cover on it, fake deal. I had to leave and walk around town for a while and whatnot. They sent it out, and I came back later that day, and she popped the crown back on, and it's fine ever since. I had a buddy of mine that went down, and he had a bridge work and all kinds of crowns on his teeth. I mean, he was there for, I think, 2 days, 6 hours at a crack. And all the work that he had done, replacements, bridge, whatever, I can't remember what all it was, but it was a lot of work. It was supposed to be somewhere around, I think he said $17,000 or $18,000 here in the States, maybe 20. And down there, I think he paid $2,400 or some stupid thing. So there is pluses, a lot of pluses to go down there. And then from there, we usually stop by the date farms. That's my favorite. I'll tell you what, we go to either to Martha's Dates, or there's another date farm just down the road on the way to Algodones. If you take the back way from Imperial Dam, and you get a big box of, I think it's 20 pounds of dates, fresh, for $20. And that, if you go to Martha's, I think it's a little bit more, because they got more commercially over there. But they give you tours over at Martha's. They take you out in a big sky lift and bring you right up in the palm trees, and you can actually pick some dates if you want to. They show you that they net them with a white netting to keep the bugs off or something. And they got damn good malts or date shakes there. Damn good date shakes. But I'll be sticking periodically pictures here and there. If you guys want to know any more about Quartzsite or these LTVAs, I'll just put it in the comments, and I'll be glad to answer any questions. And there's another one we go to. Deb loves it. It's called the Hot Springs, and that's west of Yuma. On the way, you go past Algodones turnoff on the freeway, and when you go past, you're going to find another LTVA on the left by, I believe it's a 76 truck stop gas station behind there along the mountains back in there. That's a beautiful, beautiful LTVA. But you go further in, you go past the sand dunes, so you're ways down into California. Not not like 30 miles. I don't know what it is, but it's down there a little ways on the right side, and you'll see the oasis and the palm trees right off the highway, and you take the exit and go in there, and I'll be putting pictures of that hot springs there. It's really, really neat. The water coming out of there is super hot. They got bathrooms there and changing rooms, and the people that take care of it are just volunteers and people that are at the LTVA right across the road. And they got nice cement tubs in there, and the water's overflowing, so it's staying clean. But they got 3 different levels of heat that they run. They mix the water, cold water, with the hot water all the time. And but a total of 5 of them LTVAs, and so you can bounce around to any one of them for that same $180 for 7 months. And that we just wanted to touch a little bit on Quartzsite. And they got laundromats, pizza places, anything you want. They got 2 fantastic grocery stores. They're not big, but they're good. They got excellent little meat market, and I think we go to Roadrunner and cut. They got Roadrunner and Coyote are the name of the grocery stores. Leave it to Arizona for naming that. But anyhow, we will get back to you, and I appreciate it. Thank you.